What if you could read her mind? What if you could walk into any room and just get the unspoken conversation happening all around you? Most men spend their lives guessing, trying to piece together mixed signals, and feeling frustrated by the whole game of attraction. They listen to the words, but they miss the real story. Because the real story, the honest one, isn't spoken. It's displayed. Long before you ever say hello, your body language is already doing the talking. It's broadcasting your confidence, your intentions, and your self-worth. The problem is, for a lot of men, their body language is accidentally screaming nervousness, insecurity, and self-doubt. They're unintentionally signaling that they should be overlooked, put in the friend zone, or just dismissed entirely. And they don't even realize they're doing it. But what if you could change all that? What if you could stop guessing what she's thinking and start seeing the green lights and red lights in your romantic life? What if you could learn to project the kind of quiet, solid confidence that women find magnetic? That's exactly what we're going to cover. This isn't about cheesy pickup lines or cheap tricks. This is about mastering the silent language of attraction. We're going to decode the subtle, nonverbal cues that show she's interested. More importantly, I'm going to show you step by step how to transform your own body language to project a powerful, masculine confidence that's impossible to ignore. Stick with me, because by the end of this video, you won't just understand the language, you'll be fluent in it. Why body language matters more than you think. Let's start with a truth that most people underestimate. A huge part of our communication is nonverbal. You've probably heard the popular statistic that 93% of communication is nonverbal. While that number is often taken out of its original context, which was about expressing feelings and attitudes, the core idea is spot on. When there's a mismatch between your words and your body, people will almost always believe your body. Think about it. While you're busy choosing the perfect words, your body is shouting the truth. In attraction, this is a total game changer. Words can be misleading. People say things out of politeness or shyness, but the body rarely lies. Those subconscious split-second movements are a direct window into someone's real emotional state. Before you even introduce yourself, she's already subconsciously sized you up based on how you carry yourself. Are you confident or nervous? Open or closed off? Someone who feels he deserves respect, or someone who's just hoping to get it? This is why your body language is so powerful. It works on a fast, intuitive level that often shapes gut feelings before our logical brain has time to weigh in. When you walk into a room, you're sending a signal. For many men, that signal is pure anxiety. They fidget, slouch, avoid eye contact, and physically shrink. These are all low-confidence cues that tell others you're feeling anxious or unsure. The problem isn't that you lack value. The problem is that your body language isn't doing a good job of expressing the value you already have. You could be the most interesting man in the room, but if your body is broadcasting, "I'm nervous and I don't belong here," that's the message she's going to receive. The solution is to start consciously taking control of this silent language. It's about making your outside signals match your internal worth. It's about learning to broadcast confidence and self-assurance, so your first impression isn't a question, but a statement. And this isn't about faking anything. It's about letting your body communicate the truth of the most confident version of you. Decoding her signals. The green lights of attraction. All right, before you can start sending the right signals, you have to learn how to read the ones coming at you. Too many men miss obvious signs of interest because they just don't know what to look for. Attraction isn't usually a secret. It's just unspoken. Here are 7 of the most common and reliable signs she's non-verbally giving you a green light. Number 1. Openness and orientation. Let's start with the basics. When we're comfortable with someone, our bodies naturally open up. Look for uncrossed arms and legs. An open posture signals trust and makes someone seem way more approachable. But here's the real tell. Her orientation. Pay attention to her feet and torso. People subconsciously point their bodies where their minds want to go. If she's talking to you but her feet are aimed at the door, her mind is already halfway out of the conversation. But if she turns her whole body to face you, feet and shoulders included, that's a huge sign that you have her full, undivided attention. Number 2. the language of the eyes. The eyes are cliché for a reason. They transmit a ton of information. We're not just talking about basic eye contact. We're talking about sustained eye contact. Research shows that people who are in love hold each other's gaze for much longer than casual acquaintances. If she holds your gaze for a second or two longer than what feels socially normal, especially with a little smile, that's a massive signal. Another classic is the look away and look back. She makes eye contact, shyly looks away, often down, and then peeks back to see if you're still looking. That little dance is pure interest. Also, watch for pupil dilation. When we see something or someone we like, our pupils involuntarily widen to let in more of the view. It's a genuine biological response she has no control over. Number 3. Genuine facial expressions. The face is a canvas of emotion, but you need to spot the difference between a polite, social smile and a real one. The secret is in the eyes. A fake smile only uses the mouth. A genuine Duchenne smile involves the muscles around the eyes, creating little crow's feet at the corners. That kind of smile is a dead giveaway for true positive feelings. Another great signal is the head tilt. When she tilts her head while you're talking, it shows she's engaged and curious. It's a sign of active listening, showing she's open to what you have to say. Number 4. The space between you. We all have an invisible bubble of personal space. We let people we trust and like get close and keep everyone else at a distance. If she finds excuses to get closer to you, leaning in to hear you in a loud bar, standing nearer than she has to, or picking the seat right next to you, she's non-verbally signaling that she wants more intimacy. This often leads to the accidental touch, her arm brushing yours, or her hand lightly touching your arm while she makes a point. These little invasions of your space are often her way of testing the waters. Number 5. Preening and grooming. These are subconscious behaviors aimed at making herself look more attractive for you. When a woman is interested, she might start to preen. This can look like her playing with her hair, smoothing her clothes, or lightly touching her neck or collarbone. These aren't just random fidgets. They're instinctual gestures designed to draw your attention to her best features. On a primal level, she's grooming herself for you. Number 6. The mirroring effect. This one is fascinating, and it happens on a deep psychological level. When someone feels a strong sense of rapport with you, they'll often subconsciously mirror your body language. If you take a sip of your drink, she might do the same a few seconds later. If you lean back, she might shift into a similar position. This isn't her consciously copying you. It's her brain's way of saying, "Hey, we're in sync. We're on the same wavelength." Mirroring is one of the most reliable signs of an underlying connection. Number 7. Voice shift and nervous energy. Listen to the sound of her voice, not just the words. When we're attracted to someone, our vocal pitch often changes. Research is mixed on this, but some studies show a woman's voice may become slightly higher, while other studies have found both men and women lower their pitch to sound more seductive. The key is to listen for a change. Also, don't mistake all nervousness for disinterest. A little bit of nervous energy can actually be a huge sign of attraction. If she gets a bit flustered, fumbles her words, or laughs a little too easily at your jokes, it might be because you're making her heart race. That fidgeting isn't always a sign she wants to run away. It's just her body dealing with the buzz of attraction. Okay, that's how you read her signals. That's half the battle right there. And if you're finding this valuable, do me a quick favor and hit that subscribe button. It really helps the channel grow. But don't go anywhere, because knowing the signs is useless if you're not sending the right ones yourself. In this next section, we were going to get to the most important part, how to project the kind of quiet confidence she'll find irresistible. Projecting confidence, your silent language of attraction. Understanding her body language is like reading sheet music, but projecting your own confident body language, that's playing the symphony. This is where you go from being a passive observer to an active participant. Let's break down 10 powerful ways to adjust your body language to project unshakable confidence. Master your posture. Stand like you mean it. This is the foundation. Stop slouching. Slouching is a defensive pose that makes you look smaller and less sure of yourself. To project confidence, stand up straight. Imagine a string pulling you up from the top of your head. Roll your shoulders back and down, opening up your chest. This simple change does three things. It makes you look bigger and more present, it communicates openness, and it can even influence your mindset. Some research on power posing has been debated, but many studies suggest that adopting an expansive, open posture can help you feel more powerful. So, take up space. It sends a signal to the world and to yourself that you have a right to be there. Control your head and chin. Looking down at the ground is a universal sign of submission. To seem confident, keep your head level and your eyes looking forward as you move and speak. When you're talking to someone, a level head with your chin slightly up communicates self-assurance. It says you're confident in your words and have nothing to hide. The art of assertive eye contact. There's a huge difference between staring and confident eye contact. Staring is aggressive. Confident eye contact is engaging. A good rule of thumb is to hold eye contact about 70–80% of the time you're listening and 50–60% of the time you're speaking. When you look away, glance to the side, as if you're thinking, not down in submission. Here's a popular technique you can try, sometimes called the triangular gaze. Gently shift your gaze from one of her eyes to the other, and then briefly down to her mouth. While not scientifically proven, many find this technique creates intimacy without the intensity of a direct stare. The slow, deliberate smile. A quick, jerky smile can come across as needy, like you're looking for approval. A confident smile is different. It's slower, calmer, and spreads across your face with assurance. It doesn't ask for anything, it just offers warmth. The next time you make eye contact, hold it for a beat, and then let a slow, genuine smile emerge. It's infinitely more powerful. Purposeful hand gestures, fidgeting, tapping, or hiding your hands in your pockets, all scream nervousness. A confident man is mostly still with his hands, but uses them for smooth, deliberate gestures to emphasize what he's saying. Keep your hands visible. Hiding them can subconsciously signal that you have something to hide. A particularly strong gesture is steepling, where you bring your fingertips together. It signals that you're confident in what you're saying. Cultivate stillness. Confident people project calm. They aren't restless. Nervous energy leaks out through bouncing legs, tapping fingers, and constantly shifting your weight. One of the most powerful things you can do is learn to be still. When you listen, just listen. When you move, move with purpose, not with rushed, anxious energy. Slowing down tells the world you're in complete control of yourself and the situation. Vocal tonality and pace. Your voice is a powerful tool of attraction. A high-pitched, fast voice signals nervousness. To project confidence, speak from your diaphragm. This gives your voice a deeper, more resonant tone. Speak a little slower than you normally would. It conveys authority and makes it seem like you're choosing your words carefully. And that leads to the next point. The power of the pause. Most people are terrified of silence. They rush to fill every gap with ums, ahs, and filler words. A confident man isn't afraid of the pause. Using a strategic pause after you make a point, or before you answer a question, gives your words more weight, forces the other person to listen, and signals that you're so comfortable you don't need to fill every second with noise. Own your space. Don't try to make yourself small. When you sit, don't just perch on the edge of the chair. Sit back, get comfortable, and use the armrests. When you stand, adopt a comfortable stance about shoulder width apart. This is your physical territory. Non-verbally claiming your space with an open posture is a declaration of self-worth. It says, I belong here, and I'm not intimidated. Enter a room with intention. Your entrance sets the tone. Don't just scurry into a room hoping no one notices you. Own it. Pause for a second at the doorway. Calmly scan your surroundings. Maybe make brief eye contact with someone, and then move deliberately to where you're going. Move like you know why you're there. It projects presence and signals that you are comfortable being seen. Putting it all together. The practice and the mindset. Look, learning these techniques is one thing. Actually making them a natural part of who you are is another. It takes practice and a slight shift in your mindset. The mindset shift. Your body shapes your mind. It's crucial to understand this isn't about faking it till you make it. It's more like acting as if. The science of embodied cognition suggests our physical actions can influence our mental state. While the initial power pose studies faced issues with replication, the broader idea that your posture can affect your mood holds up. When you stand taller, you can actually start to feel more confident. You're not just pretending, you're using your body as a tool to generate genuine confidence from the outside in. It creates a positive feedback loop. Your body informs your mind, and your mind reinforces your confident body language. How to practice effectively. You can't master a language without practicing. First, become an observer. You can't fix what you don't know is broken. The next time you feel nervous, just notice what your body does. Do you cross your arms, look down, shove your hands in your pockets? Just noticing your habits is the biggest first step. Second, use a feedback loop. Your phone's camera is your best coach. Record yourself telling a short story. Watch it back and critique your posture, gestures, and eye contact. It's awkward at first, but it's the fastest way to see yourself how others see you. Third, make small, incremental changes. Don't try to change everything overnight. You'll just feel overwhelmed and fake. Pick 1 or 2 things to focus on this week. Maybe it's just standing straight and keeping your hands out of your pockets. Once that feels natural, add another goal. Small, consistent changes add up to a huge transformation over time. Context is king. Remember, body language isn't a rigid code. The same gesture can mean different things in different situations. The dominant, expansive posture you use in a social setting might come across as arrogant in a serious work meeting. True mastery of body language is about social intelligence, reading the room and adjusting your nonverbal signals to fit the situation. The silent language of attraction is the most honest conversation you'll ever have. For too long, you might have been letting your body betray you, broadcasting insecurity without your permission. But that can stop today. We've covered the essentials. That a huge part of communication is nonverbal, that her body is giving you signs if you know how to look for them, and most importantly, that you have the power to consciously project confidence and self-worth through your posture, your eyes, and your movements. This isn't about learning tricks to manipulate people. This is about authentic self-expression. It is about closing the gap between the high-value man you are on the inside and the man the world sees on the outside. It's about developing a quiet confidence that doesn't need to shout, because it's felt by everyone in your presence. Your journey starts with one small step. So, what will it be? Will you decide to stand a little taller today? Hold eye contact for just 1 second longer. Stop hiding your hands. Choose one thing and start now. The most attractive man in the room isn't the loudest one. He's the one whose confidence is so ingrained that he doesn't have to speak at all. If this video gave you a new perspective on confidence, show some support by hitting that like button and subscribe for more deep dives into the psychology of self-improvement. And I want to hear from you. Drop a comment below and tell me, which body language tip are you going to start practicing first? Now go out there and let your confidence do the talking.